Have you ever wondered how the Dota 2 matchmaking system works? Yeah, sure, it's a combination of algorithms, your MMR, behavior, skill level, but why does it sometimes feel unfair and sometimes it feels
easy breezy?
Well, I have spent over 400 days in Dota and let me tell you my observation of the ranked system. Is it harder in Crusader Archon or Legend Ancient? I had an account which I used to play without my friends just to grind ranked, and while taking it seriously my goal was to reach Ancient 3-4 and just leave it. I don't remember how much time it took or if I was stuck somewhere, but all I can remember is this feeling that getting out of Archon was much of a tougher job than getting out of Legend. And since then that account was given to my brother where he plays other games and Dota was left behind. However, on my main account, which is this one, I played a lot with my friends and never used it to hard grind MMR. But when I did, the experience was similar and wondered why that was. Is it my bad luck? Has ranked mentality changed since I last grinded, or has it stayed the same? Is it just my skills lacking? After taking a deep dive into my games, I determined that the matchmaking system will trap you in a place by giving you almost unwinnable games sometimes, and it happens under certain circumstances. I remember after every winning streak, let's say 4 or 5 games in a row where you feel unstoppable, Dota would give me teammates that use forks to eat soup. When they enter a room, the temperature goes down just so the expression room temperature IQ fits the bill. I'm talking Lion carry 0-7 mid laner at minute 5 that expects you to 1v5 them just because you're on the safe lane, and etc. It came to a point where I would gain 300 or 400 MMR and then be afraid to play because of that phenomenon. But I think there's a reason for that. Let's say you win 6 games in a row. The matchmaking algorithm is like, alright, say no more, this guy is winning. Let me put him with people that are on a losing streak so then he can balance their ranks out, so he can carry them to a more balanced Dota 2 experience. Since if they only lose games, they might get discouraged and quit the game. Unfortunately, your performance in these matches may not be enough to win you the game, but it is exactly these games that make the difference. The 50-60 minute comebacks from a 10k deficit, you need to compose yourself, mute your teammates and do everything in your power to win those games. Another good tip, other than muting, is to play best of 3s, at least in your head. If you win one, good, queue for another one. If you win that one, you're done for the day. If you lose one, bad, but still queue for another one. Lose again, you're done. Playing after a tough loss is one of the most gut-wrenching experiences that come from Dota. If you enter a new game with that tough feeling, still thinking of what you or your teammates could have done, or about that bad thing they said, it is really hard to get focused for the new game and be at your best. That's why muting is so crucial in these ranks, because when a mistake happens, you don't overthink it, you don't emotionally attach yourself to it when somebody comments on it. The game stays the same. Whereas if your teammate calls you out for your mistakes, or starts screaming, it will only cause you to lose it and start screaming back. Okay, but why does it only happen in Archon Legend? I think it's a combination of multiple factors. Most players are in these ranks, which means that players that are not for these ranks, bursts and boosted players, are mostly there. The system is unsure of who should be promoted, aka who should get the favorable games and who should be thrown into shit. And most importantly, most players who think they know best and have unsupported egos are there. Why is that the most important? Oh boy, let me tell you. The biggest difference between an Archon and Nation players, which are, let's say, 2k apart, is not knowledge of the items, it is not knowing all the heroes, it is not knowing who your counters are or which are the meta heroes, it is not even mechanical skill, it is how they use that knowledge that makes the difference. So many players don't think. How many times have you seen your support hiding behind trees and doing nothing? How many times has he left you alone on the lane to go pull when the enemies have just leveled up and would like to make a move? How many times has your mid destroyed their lane but never ganked after or never used his advantage? How many fucking times has your carry just farmed instead of fighting when he needed to? And last but definitely not the least, how many times have you lost a fight on the high ground because some douchebag thought you were much stronger than you actually are and didn't go kill Rush? I can go on and on. People on Ancient, I would actually say higher than that, use their brains while playing. They think about where to make a move and should they make a move and how to help and where to farm close to the team, so if a fight happens they will be able to help and so on and so forth. And There it is. This was the answer I was looking for. The moment I taught myself to start thinking about the game and where to be most helpful to my team was the moment I gained 1k MMR in a week. Sure, you will have bad games, you will have teammates that have bad games, but you will more consistently win games because of the choices you make. At the end of the day, Dota is just a big map with creeps that spawn from time to time, and those 10 heroes make the difference, and you're one of them. So make the right decision, position yourself wisely, and for the love of God, don't pick fucking lion carry.